Arlene, some political commentators are calling this the most important election in a generation. Would you agree with that?
Well, Michelle, first of all, I used to call every election a very important election, so there is an element of that. But I do understand why people are saying that, because it looks very likely that Sinn Féin will be the largest party. I don't think we should forget, though, that in the last election in 2017, that Sinn Féin was only 0.2% behind the DUP in that election. So it's not a huge link. But I have to say they've held on very strongly to their seats. The DUP will lose a few seats, I think, and so they will come in second. But certainly there's not the meltdown that people were predicting. And I think that's important to recognise. The polling was saying that the DUP would come in about 18%. I think they'll probably more likely be about 24%. The big story is the Alliance Party and the TUV. Now, the Alliance Party is a sort of centrist party that doesn't take a constitutional position on Northern Ireland. They have gained quite heavily in terms of voting. And the TUV, who Ben will know very well because Jim Allister is the leader of that party, they will make gains, maybe not as many gains as they thought they were going to get, but I have to say they've increased their percentage share of the vote considerably. And that should send a very clear message to the government in relation to the Northern Ireland Protocol.
And if Sinn Féin did become, Arlene, the largest party in the Assembly, in your mind, what would that mean for the people of Northern Ireland?
Well, Michelle, we have a different system of devolution here in Northern Ireland than in Scotland and Wales. We have what's called mandatory coalition. So it's not just one party taking over the government. It's all of the parties, bizarrely, taking over the government, because that's what power sharing is all about. So in terms of the First Minister's office, the First Minister and the Deputy First Minister have exactly the same powers. But I suppose from a symbolic point of view, they will be the largest party, and that, of course, will allow them to argue that there should be a border poll. Of course, there's no evidence that people would vote for a border poll, because if you actually take all of the unionist parties together, they're still ahead of the nationalist parties. And of course, there's a lot of people that vote for the Alliance Party who, in a border poll, would vote to retain the union as well.